Hello and welcome to a new Poepinion, where I take on the avatar of Edgar Allan Poe and bring forth his opinions, share into the world. But they're really not his opinions; they're my opinions. That I'm using his famous name to somehow make them more palatable for the world. But then all that said and all that aside, let's just go with the Poe thing. Okay, so I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, what should I talk about today? There's so much I could talk about today. So much goes on in the world all the time. So much so that a lot of times I just don't even want to think about it. I don't even want to deal with it. There's all these fools running around doing things, and I look at what they're doing and I have no relationship to it, no understanding of it, no appreciation for it, because there's nothing to appreciate there. Let me tell you at age 51 what I respect, okay? Not that you need my respect. Nobody needs my respect in the world, but I'm going to tell you what I respect anyway. Here's what I respect at age 51. I respect anyone who does anything productive well. Now, let me be clear about that. I mean anything. Anything productive, anything that adds value to the world. I respect that person who does that when they're doing that. I can't always respect them because they may be, maybe they're an excellent doctor, but they're also a child molester. So there's caveats there. But generally speaking, what they're doing, I only respect people who are doing something productive, ever. There is nothing else really to respect in the world. I respect, I deserve your respect. No, you don't. Why? Well, just because. Look, you have basic human dignity. God made you in the image of God. In that way, you have a certain level of respect. You have your humanity. That can't be denied. But above and beyond that basic respect for another human being, no, I don't respect you. I don't respect you for being black or white or a cripple or anything that has to do with anything except that you bring a level of competence and add value to my life or someone else's life. That's it. An artist who adds no value to somebody else's life, an artist who is a bad artist, I don't respect you. There's no reason for me to respect you. Why should I respect you? You're bad. You're not good at what you do. You're terrible. Or take this. You got a degree in gender studies, and now you stand on a street corner holding a sign. I don't respect you. It's not an accomplishment in the world. Anybody can do that. If anybody can do what you're doing, it's not worth your time doing it. I mean, don't get me wrong. If you're taking a shower, then that's a necessary thing to do. Or if you're playing a video game, that's a fun thing for you to do. But I don't respect you for taking a shower. I don't respect you for playing a video game. Those are just things that you do, and they're fine. There's nothing wrong with them. In fact, they're preferable, especially the shower part. But these basic things that anybody can do, given a certain level of ability to do them, no. I mean, we applaud for a 1-year-old who gets up and walks. Somebody who's like 9 months old, and he staggers to his feet. In unsure footing, he walks across the room. We cheer and we say, yay. And then we get over it. It's on to the next thing. Because walking is not a major accomplishment in life. Almost all people, if they have legs and a functioning brain, can walk. Almost all people with a brain, or even without a brain sometimes, can hold up a sign on a street corner. It's not an accomplishment. It's not something I respect you for. If you want respect from me, you have to go out and accomplish something. You have to do something that not everybody can do. Now, my sister-in-law is an excellent doctor. I respect that. My brother-in-law is a lawyer. I respect that. My wife is a fantastically competent computer programmer and great at her job. I respect that. My best friend from high school was a mayor of a town in New Jersey. I respect that. Not a lot of people can be good at their job. There are other people who do things that are extremely awesome. It's awesome. They're able to do things. I'm able to do certain things. I'm able to write a poem better than the average person can write a poem. Much better. In fact, I'm able to write a poem better than just about anybody in the world. Does that deserve your respect? I leave that up to you. It's not a thing that most people respect. They don't respect it. They respect the people out there holding up signs more, even though I can grab a sign at any time and go join them and do it just as well as they're doing it. But they can't grab a pen and write a poem like I can. They can't do it. They don't have the potential. They don't have the dedication or the discipline or the intelligence or the wit to do what I do. They don't have the stick-to-itiveness. They don't have the insight and the wisdom to pull off writing a great poem. They just can't do it. Not many people can. Or write a story, or write a novel, or write essays like I have, or even just to do one of these talks. Can't do it. Go and watch a YouTube video sometime. Listen to them. They're horrible. They can hardly put two thoughts together. It's all jump cutting. I do these talks almost unedited. Every once in a while, I'll take out an here or there, or I might pause for a little bit, and I might bring that pause a little closer. But generally speaking, it's just me sitting here talking to you. You can't do that. So what I really find that's worthy of respect is competence and the ability to add to the world. That's the only thing that's really ever worth respecting in anyone. Now, you may love your children. You may appreciate them getting good grades or something like that, but you know what? They're not worthy of respect yet. Respect comes in adulthood. That's when we start talking about respect. Respect is when somebody does something that not a lot of people could do. It's why we respect really brave people so much. Why do we respect the soldier so much who goes off to war and fights a battle? Why do we respect that person? Well, it isn't because his job is that hard. I mean, a lot of people can point a gun. A lot of people can shoot it. But not a lot of people can do that while facing down somebody shooting at them. It's an incredibly brave thing to do, and it demands our respect, because not a lot of people could do it. They'd fall to pieces. I know, I did it for several years as a young man and decided I had an enormous amount of respect for the people who were doing it around me, but I didn't want to do it the rest of my life. Just wasn't cut out for it. I'm just not that driven in that way. And so I took myself, I wasn't a great soldier, but I said, I served honorably, but I wasn't a great soldier. But what I did was I took away an understanding of the great strength and ability of the people who do that job. Now, the same is true of police officers. Police officers who do their job well are incredible human beings. They are absolutely incredible. To be competent at that job is to be competent at all kinds of different levels of expertise, psychology, the ability to drive well, the ability to find your way around, you have to be an athlete to some degree. You have to be aware constantly. You have to know the law backwards and forwards, because if you break the law, you're in as much trouble as the people you're chasing, or more these days. And so it's an incredibly difficult job, and when somebody does it well, it commands your respect. Same with firemen. Same with anyone who does anything well, a teacher, a lawyer, a leader, a writer, a painter, a comedian, an actor, a garbage man. Yes, you can definitely respect a janitor or a garbage man who does his job well. Now, are there more people who could do that job? Yes, there are. But the people who do it well, the people who really do it well, who do everything that they do well, those people are to be respected. And let me tell you something, the more menial a task is, the more it seems like it's not important, the more your competence matters. Because what else are you going to bring to a job like that except your very best? You're not going to bring your very best to it, and you're really going to be horrible. Because not only are you doing a job that just about anybody can do, but you're doing it poorly. How bad is that? I have absolutely no respect for people who think they deserve respect without ever doing anything to earn it. You dropped out of high school. You went to jail for the first time when you were 16. You have a rap sheet longer than my legs. You're in and out of prison. You yell at your mother. You spit on people. You curse in front of anybody. You get women pregnant and do nothing about the children. And then you march in a parade of idiots demanding respect? Are you kidding me? Black lives do matter, but my respect doesn't have to go with your life. You have to earn that. You have to earn that from me, and you have to earn that from everyone. And you earn it not by being white or black or an activist or gay whatever else it is that you think is so important. You get it by being competent and by adding value to the world and giving more than you're getting. Hell, it's not even that important that you give more than you get, just as long as you're giving something. Some of these people are giving nothing to the world, nothing at all. And yet, boy oh boy, if you disrespect them or what they think is disrespect, you won't hear the end of it. Oh, they'll cry and cry and cry about the lack of respect for them. Fuck you. You don't deserve respect unless you do something to earn respect. All of us need to do that. It took me a long time to understand this. I wasn't just going to get respect because I was, me. That I had to earn it. I had to go out there and earn it. And I had to be the kind of person that people respect. And the first thing that you can do is have the values that people respect. That's the first thing. And then you should act on those values. And then you should learn to do something in the world besides be trouble. It's not really that difficult. It's not a hard concept to understand. Learn to do something. Learn to do it well. And if you can, learn to be the very best at it. Doesn't even matter what it is, almost. Boy, if you're the best garbage man in the world, better than not being, better than being the lamest garbage man in the world. If you're the best Whopper maker in your restaurant, okay, good. I like Whoppers. I like them well made. I don't like the pickles on one side and the tomatoes on the other. Good for you. You're doing something well in the world. And if you do something well in the world, I guarantee you won't be making Whoppers your whole life. You'll be doing something else. And people will come out of the woodwork just to help you do something else. They will make paths for you in life like you won't believe. Everything you do with competence and you do with a good attitude. Everything. Leave nothing to chance. Everything that I do, I try to do well. There's no exception. When I'm out for a walk, I try to be the best walker out there walking. When I take a shower, I try to make sure I'm taking the best shower I can take. When I'm making dinner for my wife, I want it to be the best dinner that she's had in a while. And that's hard to do every day, let me tell you, or every other day, or whatever I make for dinner. And so, when I write a poem, I want it to be a great poem. When I write a short story, I want it to be a terrific short story. I want it to blow people away. I want them to take off the top of their heads with the story. I want them to really sit there for a long time in this state of gratitude that they just spent time doing this thing, reading my stuff. Because if I don't make them feel that way, I guarantee you they won't read the next one. Why should they? I guarantee you they won't respect me. Why should they? You just stole their time. You just took it from them. It's like stealing their lives. It's like killing them for 2 minutes or 10 minutes or an hour. You took 10 minutes or you killed them for 10 minutes or an hour. That's the way I look at it. If you're not willing to do your very best. And all these fools out there burning stuff down, knocking stuff down, all because they're upset about they don't get enough respect in the world. Well, what the hell have you done to earn it? What the hell have you done? You think you've done so much? Let me see it. Show me where it is. Because I'll tell you right now, the people who are going to find the cure for cancer, they're not out ripping down statues. They're not out burning churches. They're not out rioting. They're not even marching. The people who are doing the special things in life are out there doing special things. That's why they're doing special things. Because their minds are not corrupted with this distracting garbage all the time. I do art every single day. Almost no day goes by in which I don't do some kind of art. Either visual art or literary art. Almost no day ever passes when I don't do it. That's what people who add to the world do. You spend a whole day out there holding a sign. You may think that you're like being a really important person, but you're not. Not really. You're not changing anything, you're making it worse. As I've said in other talks, the only thing that ever changes anything in the world is excellence. You don't like racism? You think that whites are racist toward blacks? Live an excellent life, and then they won't be able to be racist. And if they try to be racist, they'll just look stupid. But if you're going to be a thug out there smashing windows, attacking people with cerebral palsy, you're not gonna stop racism. You're gonna increase it. They're gonna say to themselves, "Look at these fools." It's not gonna stop hate. It's gonna make more of it. Listen, take this away from this talk. What do you do in life that you are so good at that you can waste time being a fool? Are you that good at your job? Are you that good a husband? Are you that good a father? Are you that good a man or a woman? Are you that good a Christian? Have you studied the classics? Are you really going to die without reading Anna Karenina? Are you really going to lay down your head tonight without telling your mother you love her because you're out getting stoned? Are you really going to get run down in the street just so you can virtue signal about things that you haven't studied at all? Come on now. Go out there and do the right thing, which is to be excellent. Jordan Peterson says, make your own bed. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying clean your room. I'm saying do your thing, whatever that thing is. If you're passionate about some kind of justice, then create art for it or write something down. But don't become a mob. Anybody could be a mob. KKK is nothing but a mob. The Nazis were nothing but mobs. That's all they are, organized mobs. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say today. I wanted to take a stand for what really wins respect in people, and what really wins respect is to do something spectacular, do something original, do something thoughtful, and do something that adds to the value of the world overall. And that's not a lot of times what you think it is. It's not being a worker bee or a drone for the media complex that points you at a target like a demented dog and you go barking after it and biting it. Don't be that person. Be someone who does something great. If you want to really do well, you want to help black people, or you want to help anybody, then go help them. Don't help them. Don't stand on a street corner. Go help them. Bring them food or tutor a black child who's struggling in school. I mean, every one of these people actually did something like that. But they went and been a big brother or a big sister to a child who doesn't have a father, which is, by the way, 75% of all black children are born out of wedlock. But that's not what's going to happen. That's not what you're doing. What you're doing is you're going to get your jollies off. You're going to say, whoa, I'm such a wonderful person. And then you're going to go do whatever you want to do, watching Netflix, and forget all about it. And you'll say, I was part of the big protest movement in 2020. Yay me. I was on the side of the good ones. But you weren't. Because the real good ones were the ones who were doing something good. Something that took skill. Something that was focused. Anyway, Jim Valvis, talking about these things. And as always, I appreciate you listening. God bless.